The Lions versus the Bobcats, two teams that have met many times in the last few years, including twice in the playoffs. But a regular season game here, the first one between these two teams of the season, and we are underway here at Boca High. Lions coming into the game at 2-4, Bobcats coming in at 3-2. Lions coming off of that recent win against Santa Lucia's on Tuesday. That picked up their second win of the season. Boca High, however, coming off of a loss. Three-pointer on the way for Goodson. It's no good. Rebound won by Toribio.
Yeah, Dylan, that win against Santa Lucia's was a big one, ending a 4-game losing streak for the Lions.
Yeah, big to snap that streak, and now the Lions got to get something going here. A couple common opponents coming into this game for these teams. Both teams have played Spanish River, and both teams have played Santa Lucia's. So early in the season, both teams with some common opponents as Jennings gets the first shot of the game to fall. Now it's Boca High. Ladle a three. Off the mark, Ladle, their three-point specialist. You'll see him take a lot of those tonight. Here's Miller. He'll give it back to Toribio. Toribio waiting for an option. Guarded up top by Goodson. Kicks it inside. Schwartz had a lane, lost it. Kicks it out. Jennings on the wing. Fires from three. Off the mark. Rebound to Ladle. Good press defense by Miller. And that is the shot you want if you're Mike Jennings early in this game. He got the early two to start us off. Now a short jumper by Theodore. And that's off the mark. Cohen pushing it down the court. Both teams playing fast pace early in this game. 2-0 Lions off that layup by Mike Jennings. Schwartz versus Theodore, a matchup we're going to look to a lot tonight. And Theodore sends that one back.
Yeah, Dylan, last time we were here, it was a huge comeback win for the Lions, led by Hattie Cohen and Sebastian Kamalzadeh.
Cohen had one of his best games of the season in this building last year against Boca High. He dropped 16 points in that game as a foul called here. That'll go on Theodore. It'll be big to get that guy in foul trouble early if you're the Lions. Yeah, Cohen in that game last year had what we like to call a Hattie Cohen stat line. 16 points, 9 boards, 4 assists, and 2 steals. It's the Lions with it. Toribio. Guarded up top by Goodson. Toribio working inside. Nice spin move, and he gets the finish. And the Lions lead 4-0.
And Lions are going to pick up full court here after the Jamal Toribio layup.
Boca High able to get it up the court. They'll slow it down, though. Inside, Gonzalez feeds it. Francique, floater, it goes. First points of the night from the Bobcats come at the hands of their star player, Josh Francique. And a steal here by Goodson. In transition, Goodson tries to give it off. It's Francique underneath the basket with a wide open layup. So going back and forth are Mike Jennings and Josh Francique to start off this game. Two of the best scorers on their respective teams. Jennings a long three, no good. Rebound goes to Cohen and he finishes. That one just wound up in his hands right under the basket with no one near him, able to put in the easy finish. Up the court, Gonzalez, a three. Rebound to Goodson. Francique, he fires a long one, and he knocks it down. And they are going back and forth in this one. Josh Francique with all 7 points early for the Bobcats.
And Dylan, we knew Francique was going to be the best player for the Bobcats coming into this game.
Yeah, two teams that lost their top players coming into this year to graduation as Toribio fires a three. That one's way off. The rebound goes right back to him. Toribio inside, loses it, and it winds up in the hands of Gonzalez. Now the Bobcats will slow it down. But yeah, obviously Harbakin and Kamalzadeh lost for the Lions last year, and they were both big pieces in both games, as this one's out of bounds, Bobcats ball. But yeah, I mean, you talk about those guys being the two best players on your team. If you look at those games, those two games last year, Harbakin had 38 and Sebi had 37 in those 2 games combined. They were the top 2 leading scorers in both games against Boca High last year, as the Lions were able to sweep the Bobcats. Miller with a steal down the court, and Jake Miller cannot finish on the layup. Rebound goes to Francique. Up the court. That one's poked away. Cohen with it. Inside, tries to feed it. He wasn't on the same page as Jennings.
Hattie trying to go for that no-look pass there under the rim. Maybe going a little too fancy.
Something he does so well. His court vision, one of the best pieces of his game. Arguably the best. Francique with it. Up the court. Goodson, inside, floater, off the mark. Rebound, tipped around. Miller gets it, and a foul called. And you're going to look for Schwartz to be grabbing a lot of those rebounds here tonight with that big man matchup inside against Theodore. Toribio to take up the ball for the Lions. He's ran the point for the majority of the Lions games this season. Jennings tripped up, loses it. In transition, Goodson, an easy bucket. Just unfortunate there with Jennings getting tripped up. But Jennings, after starting the season injured and not playing as he travels there. Some early momentum for the Bobcats. But despite starting the season injured and missing the first couple games, Jennings has been able to come in and immediately make an impact offensively for the Lions. Has scored double digits in 3 out of the 4 games he's played for this Lions team. Lions going to give him a tough time inbounding the ball, but they get it to Francique.
And Kamalzadeh and Michaels are in for the Lions. They replaced Toribio and Miller.
In the corner, Ladle a 3. Off the mark, rebound to Kamalzadeh. Kamalzadeh's got a 1-on-3, he'll slow it down. Give it to Cohen. Inside, finds Michaels. On the wing, it's Jennings. In the corner, Michaels. Guarded by Francique. Michaels, nice feed. Schwartz, short jumper, doesn't go. Out to Kamalzadeh, his 3-pointer. Off the mark. Jennings with another offensive rebound for the Lions. Inside, Mike Jennings goes up, gets the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Tyler, if you remember that game last year, if anyone remembers the game that the Lions played in this building last year, the reason that the Lions were really down so big early was because of the offensive rebounds that Boca High was able to get. But early in this one, the Lions have flipped that narrative. Some early offensive rebounds, and it'll lead to 2 free throws here for Jennings, who misses the first.
Yeah, and Dome with Theodore on the bench, it's going to be tough for them to rebound over the taller Schwartz.
Jennings, a 56% free throw shooter in the 4 games he's played this season. He makes the second. And a timeout is called by Coach Addy. So a 9-7 lead for the Bobcats. With a timeout here. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30. Inbounding is Ladle. Gets it to Francique for the Bobcats. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Bobcats with a 9-7 lead. They've run their offense mostly through Francique here tonight.
Lions love to press with Schwartz up top in the press. Getting the tall center in the front. You don't see that too often.
Theodore back on the floor for the Bobcats after subbing out early, picking up that early foul. In the corner, a 3. That one's off the mark for Ladle once again. Out of bounds, Lions ball. So Ladle, the 3-point specialist for the Bobcats, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc early. It'll be Medina to check in for the Bobcats. One of the few underclassmen on this Bobcats team. They are almost completely seniors.
And the Lions are all juniors and seniors.
Cohen a 3. He knocks that one down. Hattie Cohen has been hot from 3 as of late. And he starts this one off with a 3 ball.
Yeah, he has just been on fire from three-point range this season.
Solopenkov with it. Francique inside with the finish. And a whistle here. That's going to be Garrett, who's got to come out of the game. Looks like he might have gotten hit in the face. And Toribio will check in for the Lions. Looks like Garrett's grabbing at one of his knees. So the Lions lose their big man early.
And Dylan, the Lions' two leading scorers this season, Mike Jennings and Hattie Cohen, have really provided all the offense this season.
Cohen a long three. Off the mark. Rebound. Good. Box out by Wheeler. The experienced senior. He had a good game against the Lions last year and making an impact on the glass here early. Wheeler with another rebound, this time on the offensive end. It's knocked away by Kamalzadeh, and it's Bobcats ball.
And Dylan, every player that's been in for the Lions so far has recorded a rebound, so that's a positive for the Lions.
Yeah, rebounding, something the Lions have struggled with early in the year. And Cohen takes that one away off the inbound. Easy steal for Cohen. Jennings, nice pump fake inside. Tough shot, won't go. Rebound tipped around, and it winds up in the hands of Michaels. What a job the Lions have done on the glass here so far in the first quarter. In the corner, a wide open Kamalzadeh knocks down a three. Shades of his brother in that exact corner, knocking down a three in this building last year. Francique, a long three. Won't go. Toribio with it. He'll fire at the buzzer. And that one is over the backboard. So the Lions able to make a bit of a comeback there in the first quarter. A confusing scoreboard situation here at Boca High. We're trying to get the score and the time to you as much as possible. It'll be 13-11. The Lions with a lead here at Boca High going into the second quarter. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Back here at Boca High, out in East Boca for this crosstown rivalry between the Lions and the Bobcats. Game one this season. Lions leading 13-11 to start off the second quarter.
And Dylan, Hattie Cohen leaving off right where he left off the last time he was here. In the first quarter, he recorded 5 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals.
As for the Bobcats, it's been all Francique. Inside a wide open Kamalzadeh. Nice adjustment, and he gets the shot to go. A beautiful adjustment by the smaller Kamalzadeh there on that layup. And that extends the Lions' lead to 4 here in the second quarter. Goodson with it. He loses it off his own leg. Toribio finds Michaels, and he finishes the layup. And a timeout called by the Bobcats. Some beautiful basketball being played by these Lions here early. Great passing all around, and a 17-11 lead for Olympic Heights.
And Dylan, Matthew Michaels has made an impact right when he came into the game. Got the offensive rebound on his first possession, got that assist to Kamalzadeh, and then just got the fast break layup. I
mean, just the awareness by Toribio. Immediately after that ball kicks off Goodson's leg, Toribio grabs it, immediately knows that he has Michaels wide open underneath the basket, and Michaels with the heads-up play to get the finish.
Michaels a very fat pass-first guard, which is a rare score for him as he barely shoots the ball.
Yeah, just his second field goal of the season. He was 1 for 9 previously. Michaels' assist numbers have been going up as of late. He had 3 assists on Tuesday's win at Santa Lucia's.
And we've seen Coach Addy play Michaels and Toribio more often, both 2 point guards.
Yeah, and I mean, you talk about that young core of guards, the juniors, Michaels, Kamalzadeh, and Miller. These guys have all really shown something for the Lions here this season.
And Sanchez, too.
Sanchez as well. Goodson with it. Double teamed up top. Finds Theodore. Theodore has really had a minimal impact in this game so far. 0 points so far here in the second quarter. Goodson with it. Kicks it out, Francique. Francique has 9 of the Bobcats' 11 points here in this game. Theodore. Nice find by Wheeler, but Francique can't finish underneath. That was an incredible pass by Wheeler up top. Now Cohen with it. Finds Michaels, who finds Jennings. Short jumper. Off the mark. And the rebound goes to the Bobcats. Francique with it. Guarded up top by Toribio. That one's knocked out of bounds. Lions ball.
And Dylan, this Lions bench has just come in and made a huge impact. Kamalzadeh, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Michaels, 2 points and 2 rebounds. And those are the only 2 that's come off the bench so far.
Yeah, and you talk about the way that the Lions have passed the ball here early. It's been a struggle for them this season, averaging just 12 assists per game as to their 15 turnovers per game. Not a statistic you want to see for the Lions, but it's been a lot better here early. Most of the turnovers have come from Boca High. Nice step through there by Toribio, and they call it travel.
Get it back.
Lions with tough press defense. Bobcats get it to Francique. Guarded up top by Toribio. Double comes over with Jennings. Inside, Theodore. One-on-one with Cohen, and he puts it in over him. First bucket of the night for Yanni Theodore, the big senior center for the Bobcats. Toribio going to take it slow up top, and now it's Michaels with it at the top of the key. Lions trying to set up a play. He gives it off to Jennings. Pump fake, inside, Jennings looking for something. Fadeaway jumper, off the mark. Goodson with the rebound. Goodson picks up his dribble. He's got to get rid of it, and he finds Theodore. Wheeler with it. Toribio guarding him up top now. Francique guarded by Kamalzadeh. Francique really taking over that dominant offensive role for the Bobcats this season. Ladle up top. Three-pointer. Well short on that one, and it falls out of bounds. Lions will take possession.
And Miller and Arua are going to come into the game, replacing Jennings and Cohen, a very small lineup. We've seen Coach Addy go to this more. 5 guards on the court. And I don't know how they're going to get a rebound against Theodore right now.
Well, they've done a good job of it so far. See if Coach Addy's trust in his guys pays off. That one's thrown away. And now Jamison with it in the corner. Jamison hit some big shots in that game in Boca High last year as an offensive foul is called on Theodore. That's his second early.
Yeah, I guess the Lions know that they're going to get it into Theodore, so they're just saying collapse on him when he gets the ball, because Michaels is not going to be able to defend him there.
Yeah, but a big defensive play there by Matthew Michaels, who is showing why he deserves to play early. Michaels on the wing. Guarded by the big man Theodore. He's got the mismatch, drives inside, tough layup. That one won't go. And you'd like to see Michaels try to get to work on the perimeter there with the bigger Theodore guarding him. Jamison with it. Guarded by Toribio. Good athletic guard matchup here between Jamison and Toribio. Goodson with it. Guarded by Michaels. Inside, trying to feed it to Theodore. It's poked away by Miller. And now in transition, the Lions. Michaels, Euro step, and the finish. And the Lions extend their lead here in the second quarter. 19-13, the Lions lead. Francique with it. Double comes. They find Goodson in the corner, who winds up out of bounds and a blocking foul called on Toribio.
And Marks is going to check in for the Lions. First time we're seeing Marks tonight. Still dealing with that knee injury from the start of the season. He's actually available for the opening night game. Expected to miss half the season.
Yeah, and Marks being limited with that injury. It's really great to see as a 5-second violation called on the Bobcats. Jamison couldn't get it in.
And Dylan, the intensity the Lions are playing with right now, we really saw that last year in the fourth quarter of that game against Boca High.
Yeah, but this time they come out with that intensity from the get-go. Michaels with it. As we were saying before, with Marks being limited due to injury, the way that these younger guards have stepped up for the Lions has been incredible here for Coach Addy's Olympic Heights squad. Addy's going to call timeout. 30-second timeout here called by Coach Addy. 19-13, the Lions lead here in the second quarter with 3:34 to go. And we talk about the matchup history between the Lions and the Bobcats, two rivals. They play twice a year at least, but it's been more than twice every year, or it's been more than twice 2 times in the last 3 years for these teams. Last year, of course, the Lions picked up the sweep over Boca High. In 2023, Boca High took the series 2-1 after they split the regular season games, and Boca High was able to take the victory in the district semis after the Lions had that first round bye. Came into that game a little rusty, and Boca High took advantage and won that game. In 2022, however, the Lions and the Bobcats split the series in the regular season once again.
And the Bobcats have had a much better start to the season so far this year.
Yeah, for sure, and definitely a transition year for both programs, losing some star players. For the Bobcats, Gio Ben-Aim was one of the best players on their squad last year. He was able to make some incredible plays in these games last year. Obviously graduating as a senior last year. And then for the Lions, of course, Harbakin and Kamalzadeh. And of course, Benwood Godiner. 3 of the best players on the Lions team all graduating. However, the Lions had those young guys with experience like Cohen, Marks, and Schwartz who were able to come in and make an impact early in this season for the Lions. However, a 2-4 start is not where Coach Addy would like his program to be. Francique knocks down a 3. Michael's trying to regroup for the Lions. Guarded by Jamison, gives it over. Marks, a 3. Off the back iron. Goodson with the rebound. And now it's back to Goodson. Lions continuing that aggressive press defense. Francique with it. Both Toribio and Cohen will sub in at the next buzzer. And that'll be right now after the Bobcats trying to feed it to Theodore inside. They throw it away. And that has really been the story of the second quarter, Tyler. The amount of times that the Bobcats have tried to get Theodore going inside, and they just can't seem to even get the ball into his hands.
Yeah, most of the offense so far coming from Francique. He's had a big night, as he's had a big season so far.
Jamison, Francique, Goodson, Gonzalez, and Theodore on the court for the Bobcats. 5 of their best. And the Lions match it with Jennings, Cohen, Toribio, Miller, and Marks. Jennings to Cohen. Cohen fires a 3. That's good. Hattie Cohen knocks one down. And he is just firing them away here early in the season. Jamison with it. Gives it over. Cohen just misjudged that one. They find Francique wide open on the wing. Can't knock down the 3. Rebound to Jennings. And he is fouled by Jamison.
Dylan surprised Francique didn't get that one to go. He was feeling it, as Lewis Williams is going to check into the game.
Jennings will give it off to Toribio, who will take the point here for this possession.
So 4 seniors on the court for the Lions, plus Miller.
Yeah, Williams into the game for the Lions. Has seen some good minutes in his senior year. Toribio inside, kicks it out. Jennings, a 3. Off the mark, rebound to Cohen. Cohen tries to give it away, and he gives it to the Bobcats. Now Jamison with it. And a timeout called by the Bobcats. 22-16, the Lions lead here in the second quarter. Just over a minute to go in the first half. Jamison to take it up for the Bobcats. Just a minute to go here in this first half. Lions working with a 6-point lead. They have outplayed the Bobcats for every minute of this game, but Gonzalez now cuts the lead to 4.
And the Lions have gone 6 men deep into their bench. 11-man rotation. As Sanchez checks in.
A lot of guys getting minutes here tonight for the Lions. In a big rivalry game, they need all the help they can get. That one's knocked out of bounds. Lions will retain possession.
As Kamalzadeh checks in for Cohen. Cohen with 8 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals.
And Medina will check in for Goodson for Boca High. They get it into Jennings. Guarded by Francique. Number 4 on number 4. 2 of the best scorers on their respective teams going at it early. And they're going to intentionally foul Kamalzadeh. Gonzalez will pick up the foul there.
Very confused on that.
Goodson will take a seat, and it looks like they were trying to get the big man Theodore back into the game. Jennings with it. Aggressive defense here from the Bobcats. They are flying around the court. Lions going to go slow, and they'll foul again. This one on Jamison. The Bobcats picking up a bunch of personal fouls here early, and you wonder what the point of getting your players in foul trouble early is here for the Bobcats.
Maybe they
7 seconds to play in the first half. Jennings with it. Feeds Kamalzadeh. Fires a 3 at the buzzer. Off the back iron. Francique will fire. That one won't go. And that will end the first half here at Boca High. 22-18 is your score. The Lions lead. And they'll try to hold on to that lead in the second half when we come back.